All right, it is midterm season. We are less than 2 weeks away now from that big day, Election Day, November 8th, and you know the campaigns are full effect. And that, of course, brings us to today's Politics Gone Wild topic. Let's go in here with our editor, Trent. And obviously, a big topic here, all eyes yesterday in Pennsylvania. Dr. Oz and John Fetterman, they had their debate last night. A lot of people watching as Fetterman had a stroke back in May. And you see here, we're working on the big story of the day. Let's take a listen at some of the big moments from last night.
And let's also talk about the elephant in the room. I had a stroke. He's never let me forget that.
He doesn't even get along with his own side. He criticized Joe Biden for not spending enough money and not sidling up close enough to Bernie Sanders.
I'm also having to talk about something called the Oz rule, that if he's on TV, he's lying.
I ruffled a lot of feathers on my show because I told people the truth, and I'm proud of that.
Follow up, I didn't hear you say you would release your full medical records. Why not? You have 30 seconds.
No, again, my Dr. L believes that I'm fit to be serving, and that's what I believe is where I'm standing.
And Fetterman had some obvious stumbles and pauses. There were two big screens behind the moderators to help him with the audible processing difficulties. And while Oz did specifically bring up the stroke, it's still main headline from yesterday's debate. And tonight we're joined by Mark Williams, a Republican strategist, and Anthony Tall, a Democratic strategist. Good to see you both. I wanted to get both your takes on where we stand now. And maybe we start with you, Anthony, because it seems like even behind the scenes at the White House, there's some concern here for Fetterman after last night's showing.
Yeah, hey, good to see you, Maria. I think that it does seem to be a little bit problematic for Fetterman. Oz is supposed to be well behind in this race. Fetterman should be running away with it, particularly considering the faux pas that Oz has made at the grocery stores and his background. He doesn't fit the blue collar Pennsylvania, not really just only Philly, but all of Pennsylvania. He doesn't fit that background at all, but for some reason he's close. And I don't think Fetterman helped himself last night by being on stage and making those stumbles that he made. I still think he'll pull it out, but it's going to be a lot closer than we think.
Okay, well, yeah, obviously the crudité table with the asparagus didn't really sit well for a lot of people, Anthony. Mark, let's talk about it from the other perspective, because it seems like the Democrats are attacking Oz and saying he's an ableist. He knows that obviously 5 months ago he had a stroke, so we should expect some of these issues, and yet he's still staying on topic. But how do Republicans respond to that today?
I mean, I think problematic is an understatement. Look, this race is getting closer and closer, and I think it was an unmitigated disaster for Fetterman last night. Look, you even have you know, people on the left with blue check marks on Twitter saying that it was not a good night for John Fetterman. I think that one of the most underreported stories this election has been Fetterman's health. And I think that has now come to the forefront. And so I think that will be the story in Pennsylvania for the next 2 weeks.
And Anthony, not only was Fetterman seen, and maybe he still is to some degree, as someone who was going to change the Democratic Party, make it younger. You know, he's tatted up, he's got the hoodie, he put on a tie just for last night. But maybe swinging that seat from the GOP to the Dems lets the Senate stay Democratic. And yet now it seems like that could all crumble here in less than 2 weeks. What are Democrats going to have to do as this gets down to the wire?
Well, I think Fetterman's going to have to go out and make himself a little bit more available and make sure that he's prepared and make sure that he doesn't have any stumbles. If that's if that's a health issue, it's unfortunate that and ironic that Dr. Oz is attacking him. But I think the strategy moving forward has to be he's more Pennsylvania, he's more Philadelphia, way more in touch with the people than Dr. Oz. I think if the Democrats stick with that strategy, I think they got a good chance of pulling this one out.
Mark, we'll give you the last word. We've got 10 seconds here. Do you think that the Republicans can pull it off and take back the Senate?
Absolutely, and I think you're starting to see that momentum build. Look, I don't think they can put Fetterman out any more than they already have. They tried not to let him compete in debate, and we saw what a disaster that was. So, look, I think at the end of the day, Republicans close hard, and maybe they flip the Senate. And the fact is, we wouldn't have said that 3 months ago.
Mark and Anthony, we appreciate your expertise tonight.